Welcome to Mountain Valley HG with Chucky Boy and Tammy Joe. It is day 17 of our Jessie Tree. And our ornament for today is the cross. The cross represents the prophecy of our suffering servant. And Isaiah 53, and I encourage you to read the whole chapter, but in verses 2 and 3, it says, "For he grew up before him like a tender shoot, and like a root out of parched ground. He has no stately form or majesty, that we should look upon him, nor appearance, that we should be attracted to him. He was despised and forsaken of men, a man of sorrows, and acquainted with grief. And like one from whom men hide their face, he was despised, and we did not esteem him." Our coming Savior that we're getting ready to celebrate his birth was not a man of great appearance. You know, he wasn't that 6 foot something, broad shouldered, chiseled body, good looking, really attractive guy that we think of as a leader, as someone who would be popular in our society. He was just came here as an ordinary man. Nothing special about his looks. To look at him, you wouldn't think there was anything special. And Isaiah tells us about, or here in this part of Isaiah, it tells us about how he, because of that, was not treated fairly. And it really goes to show us how we judge things in our society. It's by appearance. But when God judges things, it's by the heart. What's in that person's heart? What's their true intent? What are they really feeling? And you see in Isaiah 53, it goes on to talk about all his griefs and afflictions and sorrows that he bears. So even before we get to the cross, there's a lot that Jesus is having to deal with because he's not the Savior man was looking for. And in verses 10 and 12 it goes on, "But the Lord was pleased to crush him, putting him to grief. If he wouldn't render himself as a guilt offering, he will see his offspring. He will prolong his days, and the good pleasure of the Lord will prosper in his hand. As a result of the anguish of his soul, he will see it and be satisfied by his knowledge. By his knowledge, the righteous one, my servant, will justify the many." And that's what he's sent here for, is to justify us. He was the ultimate sacrifice to save you and me from this sin-ridden world, this dark, dark world. He was the ultimate sacrifice. In this holiday season, I hope you share that gift with many. May God bless you, and hope to see you tomorrow.